Welcome back to Endeavor. So tonight we were talking about front headlock or guillotine as far as the defense goes. We ran over how to apply it, make sure everybody was doing that solid, and also understood how to get into it. But we're talking about the basics of dealing with it from early all the way to oh shit. And again, giving some options, but keeping it relatively simple. So again, if I notice it's coming super early, then I can simply just shove off, and then I go ahead and I shove off if I kind of intuitively feel that coming. Now, if I still get it a little bit early, so he's not able to get his hands together just yet, and he hasn't even really sunk the choke just yet, I have one of two ways I can get out of this. So from more of like a jiu-jitsu or wrestling or MMA standpoint, I can run my hips in, and as I run my hips in, I'm not only looking with my head up, but I'm also looking with my head over, right? And so that essentially shuts down the position from the choke, allows me to then go ahead and turn the corner, and I can take his back or throw strikes or whatever I want to do as far as that position goes. The biggest thing to this that a lot of people make the mistake of is they try to step and walk this way, right? And I'm trying to work in as confined a space as possible, right? So when I go to do this, I'm running my hips into his hips, right? I'm in nice and close. My head looks up, looks over, I turn, and that all took place in a very, very, very small area, right? So I'm not trying to fight or muscle through that. I'm getting in there. Again, if I get it a little bit early, and I can't quite just shut out, but I'm not necessarily wanting to go that way, I want to pull out the other direction, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start hand fighting. Anytime there's a choke coming on in my throat, I want to start hand fighting. I want to get something involved as far as breaking his grips or controlling his arm in some form or fashion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start coming up to here. I'm going to get a hold near the elbow, get a hold near the wrist. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my shoulder in, kind of take a little step out, and pop the head out that direction and control the arm. If I want from here, I can maintain a 2-on-1, or again, I can just suck off and I can strike from there. Again, I'm not ripping away per se and stepping out this way and being wide. I'm driving the shoulder in, stepping, pivoting out, and bringing the body in that direction. But again, that's only if it's early. It's loose, he hasn't gotten his other hand in the mix as far as that goes. So now, if we start getting to the point where again, he's getting deeper, and now I don't have that opportunity right out of the gate to either just step through or to grab on and shut, because he's essentially completed this chain right here. So what I'm going to do right out of the gate is again, hand fight. And I know in a lot of the KM systems, we go straight to the groin, and again, however you feel about that, however you feel about that. But if somebody's pulling on my throat, my hands are naturally going to come up to here to go ahead and hold on. I want to make sure that I get a good solid grip on that. Yes, I would like to be as close to the fist as possible, because that's going to give me the most break on his grip. But the reality of the situation is, if my hands ended up here, my hands ended up here. I want to pull in, bear hug it to my chest. Now, right from here, if I want to start striking, I don't want to let go with this side over the wrist, so I want to transfer this hand down into here, and now if I want to do that rising slap good and hard, now that I know I've secured the choke, I can start doing that. As this grip starts to break, if I want to drive out this direction, I can drive out this direction. If I want to drive out this direction, I can drive out this direction. Just kind of opens up those options as far as that goes. So again, the biggest concern is this hand fighting, right? If I think about a guillotine and the way he's going to pull this off, his forearm is going to go up through my throat, his elbow is going to compress my head down, and he's going to run his hips in. So I want to be able to shut down those components. I want to be able to get this pressure off here. I want to be able to apply a little pressure up with my head to get his elbow up, and then I want to continue to break from there. If I can hand fight my way out of here, I hand fight my way out of here. If I need to strike, I need to strike. But the most important thing is that I don't let him apply that really good solid pressure. It's not going to take much. If they get their hand over it and really start ripping on, we're not talking about MMA where they're looking for a tap and they're going to let you go. If in whatever it is, a street fight or a self-defense situation, they get over your head and they start ripping on your throat, it's a bad day, right? So I need to catch the hands first, then I can go to my strikes and I can work from there. Those are some of the options there. Obviously, there's other things you can do if you learned it in wrestling and in BJJ, MMA, things along those lines. But that's what we were working on tonight. So playing with the early defenses, driving in or pulling away, and then working on, okay, if they do get it in tight, make sure you hand fight first, and then you can open up for some strikes and move from there. So try that out. Do with it what you will. We'll see you guys next time. Welcome back to Endeavor, guys. Tonight we were talking about, I feel like I'm always laughing at the beginning of these. Thank you.